All right, have the crank stacked. Lots of heat. Had to wait a while. If you're wondering, when you put it on one of these little burners, to get it hot enough to go on, dose beers, 2 beers. Drink 2 beers, it's ready to go on. Use a welding glove, safety first. All right, guys, went ahead and measured all these on a postal scale, and they were all at 1 pound 5 ounces, so they were dead on as far as their weights. And I just put them on here with new ball bearings and torqued them down to 24 pounds. So yeah, next step. Holy cow, I'm gonna be in so much trouble, but I want to see how clean this engine can get in a dishwasher. All right, well, the dishwasher did killer, man. Yeah, I mean, this thing is clean. I'm excited about that. All right, guys, got rotation assembly assembled. I got it in the case. Lifters are in there. Everything's all welded up and ready to button up. I'm fixing to get my aviation sealer and hit all the edges. And then we're going to put this other half of the case on and keep moving forward. Pretty stoked about that, though. Guys, we got a rotating assembly in a case. The 6 ones are bolted, are torqued down in a cross pattern to 25. Haven't done the perimeter of the outside of the case yet. I got to get the oil pump in there, and yeah, we're on our way to 1641. Looks pretty good. Gators out there, but I can't seem to build a motor and just leave the case actually just, you know, raw magnesium. Just makes me crazy. I just like them better, so much better the other way. You know, there's arguments on temperature, you know, but I'm gonna take my chances. Now I'm going through and all the tins that I sandblasted. I hit them with etching primer. Now I'm fixing to put some satin black on them and move on to the next step. All of the studs for the case. Already got one up on here. Just wanted to check it out to see. And so yeah, now I'm gonna get those all installed in the case, and we'll be ready to put the motor together, the 1641 for the Ragtop. Gonna be using a little bit of this clear VHT on the push rod tubes. I've always painted them in the past, and I like the way they look when they're raw. So I figured maybe I'll clear coat them and see if they will hold up and not rust. Guys, I'm sorry I hadn't done a big video on this build and stuff, but I'm building this for the Ragtop. It's going to be a 1641. It's got a Engel 100 cam in it with CB Performance big valve heads, and yeah, I'm pretty proud. It's going to be good. I can't wait to get back on the car. At this point, I've got everything together. Everything's all sealed and buttoned up and stuff. All the tins are on tight. I haven't done the sleds on the bottom because I'm gonna have to do some welding on them. But I did go ahead and start disassembling the generator. It's a 12 volt. I'm gonna use it. I don't see a problem with using generators. I'm not running like a giant amp or anything in my bug. It's just gonna be basic wiring like it came from the factory. So yeah, just gonna have to get that cleaned up, ohm it out, make sure everything's cool with it, and put new brushes and put it back together clean. Whew, got me breathing a little hard. Got the chassis out here, and I'm gonna wash it today, and then put it on this side of the garage and start disassembling it. Let's blow this chassis off. Oh, I'm breathing heavy. There you got it. It's all in here. I'm kind of glad that it got left outside for a little bit. You can see how horrible the paint was that these people used, that they put on it. So now it's time to disassemble it. And now I have full access under the car again to get back to welding on the Ragtop. There's just a little bit left to do, and we'll get it in an epoxy primer. Yeah, I'm pumped. I come out in the garage, and man, it's kind of a mess out here. Got a lot of stuff everywhere. You know, I'll show you what I got going on, but you know, you see right there, just Volkswagen stuff everywhere. And sometime yesterday, check this out, my bench top broke and dumped my motor. But thank goodness I had just brought this tub in a few days before, and it caught it. So it didn't fall very far, but it's too heavy for me to pick up by myself. But man, that could have been really bad if it had made it all the way to the concrete. But yeah, just ripped the top right off my my workbench. Yeah, that sucks. Well, I was able to get a friend to come over, help me get it off the stand, kind of knock the top of that workspace back down, but I took that motor mount off. I'm not going to be using that anymore. I just feel like I really dodged a bullet and got lucky. I don't see any damage at all. So on to the next thing. Hey guys, I'm making my way around the lake, dude, on this zero turn. A little sketchy getting around the people and stuff, but I'm gonna make it. Man, that's a pretty cool mower. I had to ride it home like 3.5 miles down the road. It was kind of funny. I've been cleaning and organizing all night long. Slowly making room in here. At least enough room to build something. Well guys, it's kind of a bummer. You know, I picked up this chassis, man, I'm thinking now 3 years ago. I don't know, I have to go back and look at the dates in the original videos when I first picked up the Ragtop. This has been a long build. In between, I've built a couple different cars. But unfortunately, this pan, the paint that they had on it, did not hold up. So before I go through the trouble of putting that body on this pan, I want to go ahead and paint it. So it's time to take it all apart. Go eat something. I'll be back in a minute to take this transmission out. Got it hanging. I'm going to go ahead and just basically go through and just rough all the surfaces on this thing and get it ready to paint with something that hopefully will adhere a little bit better. I'm going to start primarily with I got a deep sand and some rust spray on the inside of the tunnel. Just really try to prep it up the best I can, so it will hold up and it'll look pretty good. So yeah, and this is the paint I'm using. Probably people will be like, oh, don't do that, but I'm doing it. It's Rustolleum 2-in-1 Rust Reform and Seal. It's like a rubberized black coating. It's sprayable. And 2 quarts, which 1 quart for the bottom, 1 quart for the top. It ran $20. I was looking at doing the Raptor liner because that's like super cool and edgy and stuff, but I'm thinking this is the bottom of the car and the inside of the car that I'll never see. And the chances of it rusting out while I have this car are probably pretty slim. And I figured I'd put the 140, 150 bucks somewhere else in the car. So that's what it's going to be. So we'll just keep on moving with it. All right, guys, the bottom is just about sanded. It didn't be perfect. This is going to be like a rubberized cover that's going on it. I just want to make sure that it could adhere, and you got to put a little bite on everything. I hit the entire thing with some 60. I'll probably do it one more time before I flip it to the other side, and then once it's all said and done, I'll wash it with soap and water, let it dry, and then we'll follow it up with some tar and wax remover before we shoot it. But yeah, it's going a lot quicker than I thought. My little Walmart sander could get into the grooves pretty good. The rest of it I just did by hand. I'm not sure if you're supposed to actually strain this stuff, but it just seems like the right thing to do to me. So I'm straining it. It's pretty thick. May have to add some of that old school mineral spirits to it, but we'll try a spray on it and just see how it does. If it starts acting weird, we'll come back to it. Be sure, guys, to grab you a 3M mask, save your life. I'm far from professional on this. I've now done 2 cars. This will be the 3rd thing I've ever sprayed with my spray guns, so we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, that's it. It's 1 quart did a pan, and it's kind of hard to tell. I wish you could see better in here with the light, but yeah, it's like this little texturized material, but supposedly it's mold. It's a sealer, it's a rust preventer, and it's kind of rubberized. So hopefully that'll do the job. I mean, I feel grateful. It's a whole lot cheaper. I mean, probably 1/10 of the price of the Raptor liner, which I hope it's not 1/10 as good. Well, I went online. A lot of people are using this stuff, so I think it's going to be okay. I mean, the whole inside will be protected anyway by the car, but I just want to make sure that the pan lasts long enough for my lifetime, which I'm sure this is going to do the job. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for checking in on the 63 Ragtop and Rusty Dubs. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, and you know, man, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Y'all take care, and peace out.